Good day, folks. Jonathan Milam. Oh, for a moment I thought I heard Santa sleighing his reindeer. It is December 25th, 2023. And I have got here, well, it wasn't a Christmas gift, but it was a gift. It is a Constellation 28A, one of the great constellations made. In fact, arguably one of the best. It is a cornet, and they tell me a lot of people have put a mouthpiece receiver on these things because it is such a wonderful horn. Many say it is one of the most mouthpiece sensitive instruments that you can find, and I tend to agree with that. And it's enough to say something like that. I've got 7 mouthpieces here. We're going to start at the shallow end. Going to start with a Reeves 41M, tremendous piece, one of the great commercial players in New York history, Mike McGovern at Trumpet Herald, if you go through and read all of his comments there, and it's a wonderful, informative read. But he used to say, if you can get a good Reeves M, you've got a wonderful mouthpiece. This is a Reeves M with a Conn 28A, one of the great constellations. Small bore, 448, I believe, through here. The bell is big. Big throat, 5 1/4 bell, I believe it is. We're going to start off with a bouncy number, and for the first 3 mouthpieces that are a little more shallow. Then as we go deeper, we'll probably move to a slower song. But we're going to play now I Remember When My Burdens Rolled Away, at least the verse to that, on the Conn 28A with a Reeves 41M mouthpiece. I've got a friend up in Canada. We switch videos back and forth a lot. And almost every time she sends one, I say, I like the second or third mouthpiece best because the first one is a warm-up. I didn't do justice to this 41M. It's a tremendous mouthpiece. Wonderful mouthpiece. Okay, now we'll go to a very interesting mouthpiece, a lot more modern than the Reeves 41M. This is a GR, his number 2 cornet mouthpiece. Not quite as shallow, great solo mouthpiece for a cornet. Woo, it's got a much bigger drill and throat. I almost fell into it when I started playing. Vintage Conn mouthpiece. Don't you love it when the silver is all gone, you get to play on the brass? I don't play this very often, but it'll probably be a good fit for this cornet. It is a vintage Conn number 6 cornet mouthpiece. All right. Now, Switching mouthpieces usually does not bother me all that much, but switching rims does. If I'm doing a bunch of GR mouthpieces or if I'm doing a bunch of Curry mouthpieces, that's one thing. But when you do switch between a Reeves and a GR and a Conn, now we're going to play a straight Bach 7. Very much a V-ish type mouthpiece. I think this has got a 26 drill and very nice, full, leaning towards a flugelish sound. So at this time, we will switch songs to something a little more jazzy, a little more breathy type sound, which I think you get with this, and we'll try Summertime. Okay, we mentioned this as a Conn 28A. Mostly, I believe this is brass overlaid with nickel silver. A lot of these you get, and the nickel silver on the top has chipped real badly. If you take pictures of this under light, you notice the nicks. This one is in exceptional condition. I don't think I've ever had a bell this large that was this pristine. Not perfect, not perfect. In fact, there's a couple of dings right along the top of the bell through here. Don't know if you'll be able to see those. When you look down the bell in the right light, you can see them. But quite good shape for a horn that was made, I believe, in the 60s. It is from the Elkhart plant. You've got a very nice pull here. Not the smoothest thing in the world, which is why they didn't put locks on them. But then on the first slide, you've got a great trigger. Very nice, very easy to use trigger. Great condition. About the only thing missing is the little nut system for the guide down here. And fortunately, those are readily available on eBay, which is a good thing. Big bell, really a quite good horn for its time length, just about 50 years or so. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we're going to go to a Curry here. So it will be the 5th mouthpiece maker that we've used. And this is the Curry 7D, or CD. So it's a deep C, I think is what Mark calls this. And we'll stick with Summertime. Really a great fun horn to play. Now we'll go to a very, very deep cornet mouthpiece. Again, this is a Curry, and this is his BBC. I think that is the British band mouthpiece. Okay, the last mouthpiece I'm going to use, but I'm going to switch back to the Reeves 41M just so you can really see the difference. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the comments, of course, any horns that we have available for sale at the time will be in the, there's a link to the top line, trumpetherald.com, great forum, the marketplace. I've bought and sold horns there for years, really my preference of places to buy. But in fact, I got this mouthpiece from someone at Trumpet Herald. This is a 8.5. Again, it's a Curry. This is his vintage C. Just a little different from the BBC. This one generally has a slightly breathier tone, and it's also a short cornet mouthpiece for those that need something. Some makes really need the shorter model. You can see that's about probably a quarter of an inch difference for intonation purposes. But anyway, great mouthpiece, really one of my favorite cornet mouthpieces, Mark Curry's VC Vintage Cornet. Nice, breathy sound. I started to say, if you scroll down to the bottom of the comments, you'll see all of these mouthpieces lined up with pictures, and you can click right from one to the next. But to give you an idea again, we will let you hear that vintage cornet mouthpiece plays compared to the first one we started with, and I think you'll agree that is mouthpiece sensitive. Really a wonderful horn. I sold one here a while back. It's a very good condition. In fact, a friend of mine has it. LaDonna, I hope you're enjoying that. And just within a few weeks, I hadn't had one for years, I got another one and sold it. And I got this one, and I thought, boy, I am going to have to keep that. However, things are looking otherwise. It might be a sad Christmas here. I can always go back to the YouTube vids and listen to it. Now, just for grins and giggles, here is what I think was a competitor to Conn's Constellation. You've got another nickel silver horn with gold accents. This is Old's Opera. Great trumpet. Interestingly enough, this is a large bore. So where that was 448, I think, up to the valve block, this is 468. But strangely enough, when you get to the bell, a much more modest throat, a smaller flare. Still, though, you've got that nickel silver. Very, very interesting. I think we'll just play that same thing real quickly on the Old's Opera. And this is a Trent Austin. What is this? It's a 3CS. So he shrank the 3C a little bit. It's a 3C small. It's a little less deep, little less diameter, and played with a Warburton 7, which is a medium type back bore. Boy, that sounded so good to me. I think I'm going to take this same Austin Custom Brass top and I'm going to put a Cornet back bore on it and see how that sounds with the Constellation. All right, folks, it is always a pleasure. Hope you take care of yourself. Have a great day. And I hope that 2024 turns out to be a wonderful time for you.